How's it going, fams, famettes, and etc, etc? It's your boy Kelly Joseph, and we are back with a box. It's time for boxes, bitches. Pepper. So, what have we got today? Well, we have two deck boxes for a start. We've got the new Demir box from the new set Guild Ravnica, because Actually, Gathering and Ultra Pro are kind of in bed with each other, which is great, because who doesn't love a good deck box that is official? Kind of. Because it is technically official, isn't it, really? It's officially endorsed by Magic the Gathering, so I guess they... maybe Wizards approach them and ask them to do this stuff for them. That, as you can see, I think the artwork... I think it's actually entirely custom artwork. I don't know if it's one of the guild gates, whether it's, but it doesn't... I don't recognize that as being the Demir Guild Gate, so... But, of course, the Demir symbol on top, because I did... the other day I went to a draft, a Guild Ravnica draft, and I accidentally made a Simic deck. I decided, okay, I'll do something with blue, because blue is interesting, and I don't normally use blue. And I'd already done a Boros deck in the past, I'd already done a Groll-style deck in the past, although Groll isn't in the set, in this particular set. I already did a white-green, style deck, which is similar to Selesnya. Obviously, back in the day it was Populate, now it's still token spam, but less of it. It's weird. Boros I'd already done in the past. Literally already done Boros in the past. Did I say that? Yeah. What's the other ones? Golgari didn't really interest me, and I'd already bought the Golgari structure deck. Same with Izzet. So the last one was like, oh, I'll just build Demir. And at first I thought Surveil was, I kind of overlooked Surveil because Surveil looked just weird. It was like, okay, you could either put them back on top of it or mill them. Why would you want to mill your own stuff? But then it's, oh, there's stuff that works with Surveil. Okay. Because obviously in the leaks, I don't think we really saw anything that really said, whenever you Surveil, do this. And even if it doesn't really terrible ones, like, but Leyline Phantom, I think it's called, something like that. Get a +1/+1 every time you Surveil. It's a 1-cost 2/2 defender. And if you have 3 or more, you can attack. It's like, what? Bearing in mind that spirits have and always will be complete BS. Sorry, I'm talking because it's quite interesting. But then I realized, oh, wait, Surveil is actually like a super Scry because you can put them back in any order, just like you would with Scry, but also you can say, I don't want that, that's not good for me at this time, at this moment in time. Which I hadn't really, which makes the deck really, really consistent at times. It can be very consistent. I just haven't figured out how to do that yet. The other deck box is, of course, Kozilek, because I have Eldrazi and Belazzi, and I want to sleeve my Eldrazi deck, but I can't, because the current one is a Kozilek deck box. It's just the Kozilek deck box from the Fat Pack of, Oath of the Gatewatch, which I think I had in a previous video to show you guys. Also, that's a really weird one. That's really, really long. The other one isn't actually... The long one is less... Yeah, that's like a proper... Then again, as with all things Eldrazi has to be weird and strange and different. It's also slightly smaller than the other one, but I don't mind that, because Eldrazi. Then we have 100 Nicol Bolas sleeves for my Nicol Bolas deck. We've also got Plains Chase Die. And, oops, some singles and the Plane Chase anthology part itself. So we'll just pull all this off. See all of the planes. It's costing like, this was the most expensive thing that I got, but I really wanted the planes because we want to play Plane Chase format. But I don't need the Plane Chase decks because I have plenty of them. So I guess that's the Demir part of the plane. Undercity reaches Plane Ravnica. Interesting. So the Zephyr Maze, which is kind of... Ooh, I want to have a look through. So Belenon, Lorwyn, Ravnica, Era. Because now I know what some of these main planes are. Mage Rings, Veer, Kinshala, Zendikar. Oh yeah, so that's where Nis is from, I guess. From that part of Zendikar. got Dominaria, Wrath, we heard of Innistrad. I think there's one in here to do with the Eldrazi as well. Xerix, Kamigawa, Shiv from Dominaria. And that's through Fire. Which I guess is... What's his face? Yeah. Oh, that's still a new one, so... And then there's... This says Rabia, but I wonder if there's an Almond Cat one in here. I would have thought there'd been no Almond Cat one. Sarah's Realm, I don't know. Shadowmoor, that seems interesting. Oh, there we go. That's one from Mirrodin. Quicksilver Sea. You have Prav. I'm guessing that's Boros or Azorius. Pools of Becoming, so that's Bolas' Meditation Realm. Another one from Mirrodin. Dominaria again. Oh, there we go. Orzhova, which is... when you planeswalk away from it, each player returns one creature card from his or graveyard to the battlefield. Oof. When you roll Chaos, reach opponent, exile to one target creature card like that graveyard. Interesting. That doesn't really sort of say Scream Orzhov, but it's kind of interesting nonetheless. We have New Phyrexia, Innistrad Nefali. Is that Eldrazi? No. Laro, Wildfire. Marasa, Zendikar. We've got Thrasus. Oh, Llanowar, where all the elves come from. I guess that might be where this comes from. Seems to be most of the Zendikar oh, that's from Dominaria, not Zendikar. That's why. Arcos, Asgol, Krosa from Dominaria. Kilnspire District from Ravnica. I'm guessing that's is it Domain? Innistrad, Alara, Ravnica. Oh, there we go. Is it Steam Maze? Suvia, Vala, Segovia, Zendikar. Oh, there we go. That's the Hedron part, which I know technically isn't Eldrazi, but I know it's related to the creature power 7 greater can't attack or block. Eldrazi. Whenever you roll Chaos, you create 7/7 calls Eldrazi token Annihilator 1, which can't attack or block while this plane is active. Chaos dies just like, I don't care what your ability says, I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. Sure. We have Grave of the Dead Poets, which is the Grand Ossuary. I'm guessing that's the domain for Golgari. Lorwyn. Oh, there we go, part of Mirrodin. Glimmerworld, Weak Basin. Because isn't Mirrodin now New Phyrexia? I don't know how that works in the lore. Furnace Lair, New Phyrexia. Phyrexia, that's old Phyrexia. Summer, Miranda. Oh, Chandelar, Lamont. Vivian. War. Strillarina. That's Azorius, because you could see the Azorius phantoms that are like these things. I don't remember what they're called, but I know that's an actual card. That's the Academy of Tullar. It's to do with Urza, isn't it? The Potato Wizard phenomenon. When you encounter time distortion, reverse the game's turn order. Oh god, that is really weird. Spatial merging, reality shaping. Weird. Also, these are like phenomenons that can occur between planes. Destroy all creatures. Each player draws 4. That just has a lot of words. I'm guessing the plane, Chaotic Ether. Each blank roll of the planar die is a chaos roll until a player planeswalks away from a plane, and then planeswalk away from its one. Okay, so then you might go that, and then the next plane you're on every roll for that counts. Like, that's crazy, but I'm so glad because this adds like a layer of fun to gathering. You know, it's really stupid kind of way. What did people live for that? Yeah, oh, it's on the floor. Yeah, that cost like I think it was like 37 quid, but it was worth it. Then we have a bunch of singles anyway, so we'll look at the singles next. Come on, symbols case. Connecting now. There we go. Not many this time around, but nonetheless interesting enough. And I like getting those little containers because they are very useful. But we have maximize altitude, Muse Drake, Passable Adept, Dowser of Lights, Spinal Centipede, Command Storm, Direct Current, Fire Urchin, Devarian Dissident, Iron Shell Beetle, Crowd Foragers, Goblin Electrocutioner, Dimir Guildgate, 4 of those because they look so cool, and Golgari Guildgate and Izzet Guildgates. Surprisingly, what weirds me out is that they, despite being holographic lands that are gates, really quite cheap, like 25 pence a piece. I guess people are more interested in the shock lands. Can't imagine how much a holographic shock land would cost. But most of these, I think, aside from the Dimir Guildgates, which are going in my Dimir deck, these are like to just pimp out the structure decks because I thought fun. So everything's from Guilds of Ravnica. And then we have, I thought I'd pick up one of these, the relic tokens. I have no idea what I'm going to see in here. I guess tokens as much as what I know. But we have got a Nicol Bolas token. Interesting. Oh, it's a Nicol Bolas. Oh, I see. It's a life counter? Are these life counters? Goblin and Goblin. Oh, I get it. So you can, like, use them, for example, you could use them as a life counter, or you could use them as a token creature, or what have you. Which is great for the ones where, for example, you might have, in a Johnny, you might have a Johnny's Pride Mate. And you could use this, not necessarily as a counter, but as a +1+, as your +1+1s, where you could be like, okay, this has like 50 +1+1s on it. Because it will go up to 99. Yeah, it will go up to 99. So, and I think you're very rarely going to wind up in any game, standard or a standard improvised kitchen sink or otherwise, are you ever going to get a 100 plus creature. And I guess Nicol Bolas might be a rarer one. It's also good that, that one I can use as, also you can use that as on your planeswalkers, Nicol Bolas specifically, you go, okay, that's loyalty, or just use them as tokens, that's what they're there for. I would say, it's weird they got 2 goblins in a row, but I like it, I might get more of those. I thought they were just like metal versions of other tokens. We have 2 Oath of Blood from Dragonborn, because they were cheap. And I haven't played Dragonborn, but it interests me, and I have a structure deck, so. And the new sets for Dragonborn, well, the more recent sets for Dragonborn have different colors in them than what you got in structure decks. Titanic Force, Ravenous Gargoyle, Angelica's Guard, Nightbane Manticore. That actually looked quite like that artwork. Fairy Ally. Oh god, I don't know any ally decks. Remorseful Succubus. Remorseful. Why are you so remorseful? What did you do? Righteous Hand. And a Dark Forge Behemoth. I'm guessing that's kind of cool. Like an orc vampire kind of guy. It's not a vampire. I don't know. Actually, it's just like a. Oh, it's a dwarf, so it's a dwarf gear, I guess. The black. Like a. It is dwarf gear, isn't it? That's the dark dwarves. And yet, dark elves are usually called dark elves, or they actually have another name. Don't know there. The Potioneer kind of reminds me of one of the maids from ReZero. We have Tide Chaser Cannoneer, Manticore, Battle Worn Colossus. That looks kind of interesting, like a big golem. Quartermaster, Gifted Geomancer, so elves. We have a holographic, which is Earthbreaker Titan. Giant Woman. Pretty cool. And Dark Puppeteer. Again, these are cheap, so I'm not in mind. I might make, or at least improve the structure, because I have, I guess, using those. Oh! Just realized, it's the complete list of tokens I can get from this set. And you can get foil bags with these tokens for some reason. Dual dials to track token, power and toughness, or other game mechanics, life total, loyalty, energy, I can think of that, etc. So there's the dragon token, an angel token, the soldier token, beast token, which are really useful. Obviously goblin, drake, zombie. These are also, a lot of these have the and cat arts. Cat, which has of course the lifelink thing underneath it. Snake, insect, worm, spirit, Tarmogoy. I'm guessing that's like a legendary creature. Nicol Bolas and Gideon. Which is weird because the artwork that uses Gideon the Trials, which you don't really care about its loyalty for it, except making sure it doesn't die. It doesn't have a minus. It has a 0, 0, +1. Who cares what else? Who cares about its loyalty really? You just play it for the emblem, and then whatever else. You don't even need to protect it really, just go emblem. Just now got like 3 other Gideons. Come at me. Can't lose when I have a Gideon, I'll just bring out the better one if you kill this one. But finally we have the most important thing of this video here, which is unstable. 4 of them. I do like unstable, it's so funny. So let's go. I should put on a funny hat. I should get like a booster box of unstable and just wear a funny hat every video. We have wrench rigger, selfie preservation, capital offense, riveting rigger, crafty octopus, joyride rigger, secret base, which is the secret base for the evil genius one. That looks really cool actually, like the genius volcano, giant brain in a volcano. It kind of reminds me of like a slightly darker version of like Dr. Eggman's base in various Sonic games, with a big old face. Nov Elemental. Midlife upgrade. As an additional cost to cast this, sacrifice X contraptions, assemble X+1 contraptions. Really weird. We have Zombified as one of our thingies. We have Spy Eye. By Gnome means. I'm not a Gnelf. I'm not a Gnoblin. I'm a Gnome. Still, I don't know where that's from. It's just a group of friends and me all of a sudden have this joke going. You can remove counters from permanents, create gnome artifact creature tokens, or sacrifice artifact. Choose any kind of counter a printed card refers to, then put one like counter on permanent. What? I'm now just thinking like a deck involving this Thopters and +1/+1 sacrifice Thopter to do this. That's still a lot for 2 mana to put a counter on something. Although, no, it'd have to be on a card. You couldn't go, and now you have a poison counter on you. You can't do that. And we have a mountain. There's a land. We have treadmill as one contraption, sapsucker as another, and a gnoblin as a token. It's not a gnome. It's not a gnome. It's a gnoblin. Number 2 then. We have common iguana, sure. Snickering squigog, sure. Merman. Squirrel dealer, he's a kitty. Magic word, the magic word of cute. Target minotaur, because apparently the joke with target minotaur goes, I think, in a lot of like counter spells or hit thing spells, they use a minotaur on the artwork apparently, so that's where that comes from. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this card gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Weirdly, this is... I can see this coming out, like, again in a different set, but as a legal card. Because this is, like, probably one of the most legal cards you could play. Same with Squirrel Deal, although it's stupid. Although a lot of these things are, some of these are stupid, they're still kind of balanced. We have Knight of the Kitchen Sink as an uncommon. First strike, protection from loose lips. Nothing with an open mouth in its artwork can block, target, deal damage to, or attach to this creature. Inhumaniac, which is one of the better six-sided dice-related cards, although it is a bit situational. More or less, which subtracts things. And a holographic version of Croc's other thumb. That's nice. Hot Fix. You have 10 seconds to look at and rearrange the cards in your library. Then there's 10 seconds if you're touching one or more of those cards, shuffle your library. And Swap. And we have Guest List, which is a rare contraption. Wow. Whenever you crank it, target creature gets X and return where X number of creature cards in the graveyard. And Mandatory Friendship Shackles. Whenever you crank this, target creature gets -1/-1 until they return. And a Squirrel token! Finally got a Squirrel token. The amount of Goblin tokens that I've got, and I got several Dragon tokens, but I've got no Squirrels. Not a single Squiggle. I also like how that on the back of that one, it's Urza. With technology to rebuild him finally within my grasp. Ha 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 ha. Wait, so the Urza that we see in Unstable is dead? But it's been reborn with magic and science? Okay. And we have Finders Keepers, which is sneak. Justice Search, which does pie damage. Big Bowden, Stricter, Hammer Helper, Crafty Octopus. I have so many of those. Ground Powder, which is really decent. Dice Roller, Old Guard. That's such a British looking card right there. Such a British looking card. Tap target creature without reminder text. You say you're capable of flying. You got any proof of that? Extremely Slow Zombie, which has it's a 3/3 with last strike. But apparently I think the idea is if you give it first strike, then it deals damage, then doesn't deal damage, then deals damage. But then if you give it double strike, it deals damage, then it deals damage, then it deals damage. So last strike can actually be really good given a certain situation. And then we have Socketed Sprocketer. Uninstall all results from it, roll a 6-sided die, install the result, put a dice in this card. You may uninstall a result from Socketed Sprocketer to use it for dice you rolled. Uninstall a 6 from it to draw a card. Okay, so you can like go. So you could tap it. For example, if you had to roll a 1 on this, you could tap it, roll the dice, and then put the dice on it. And then you could uninstall it. Say, when you got a 5, you could uninstall it and then put it on when you roll for Ground Pounder to use the number instead of the dice you would roll. Or you could uninstall a 6 from it to draw a card. You have Steam Powered, Squirrel Powered Steam, and Ever Bless, and a Planes, and a Turbo Thwacking Auto Hammer. And then you crank your target gets double strikes and then return. I was sort of thinking, how in Unstable would you give a creature like an extremely slow zombie double strike there? Huh! The only thing is you can only run 1 of each contraption in contraption deck being constructed. Inflation Station, chickens, and a Brainiac token. Brainiac. And I love these Unstable lands as well. I mean, they're worth the pack's value within themselves. It's just crazy. We have got Work a Double, which assembles 2 contraptions. Hazmat Suit Used, Common Iguana, Snickering Squirrel, Success, Merman, Willing Test Subject, another Tiger Minus. Hey, this is a different artwork! So this one, instead of being frozen, has got, like, naturalized or something? It's a little hit, like with the green ability. Gimme 5. Game 1 life for each person who high-fives in the next 30 seconds. Each player in a silver-awarded game who high-fives you gets games 1 life. Offer high-fives, do not hit people. Half Kitten. And 5-finger discount. Put target non-land opponent into your hand. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any colour the next time you cast the card. Dog napping is such an ugly word. I would characterize this as an unilateral redistribution of pets. Carrying around a fire hydrant. And we have modular monstrosity. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you have 5 seconds to choose a keyword you haven't chosen for a card in modular monstrosity today that's been printed on a creature card. If you do, this modular monstrosity gains the ability, otherwise modular monstrosity loses all keyword abilities. So you could give it, for example, trample, double strike, burst strike, protection from multicolored, protection from loose lips, protection from sunglasses, whatever. As long as it is printed on a card, which it's unstable, so you're gonna see some really weird keywords that you can use, like enchant creature, is that a keyword maybe? I don't know. Forest, and then quick stick lick trick. Whenever you crank it, target creature gets +1/+1 against life until the end of turn. And top secret tunnel, which isn't really top secret at all. Whenever you crank it, target creature can block this turn. And a sapling, which is a really nice version of the sapling. Holographic. And I think that'll do. Yeah, that was everything. Wow. Wow. And I like how we got one, almost every colour land, so everything's different. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video here. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here, etc., etc. Don't forget to subscribe for more Magic the Gathering videos and openings and such like. And I'll see you guys next video. Thank you guys for watching. Planeswalk.